Good. Happy Wednesday morning. Is Wednesday, September 15, 2021. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this morning news update right here on the Riley King Radio Network. Let's get started right now. We have a lot of news to get to, so let's begin this morning news update right here on the Riley King Radio Network. First up, COVID-19 cases rising across all age groups in New Hampshire. 27% of new cases in people under 18. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Whoa, this is big. The Powerball jackpot is so big you can see it from space. So big it's bursting at the seams. It's so big the jackpot hit the jackpot. Buy your tickets today online at nhlottery.com or in stores.
New Hampshire is now averaging more than 400 new COVID cases each day. The state epidemiologist says cases are increasing in all age groups with substantial transmission recorded in every county.
We've also seen the number of deaths increase in the last several weeks. In fact, in the last 7 days, we've had reported out between 15 to 20 people dying from COVID-19. So the numbers, unfortunately, are trending and have been trending for a few weeks now in the wrong direction.
Dr. Chan says 55% of people in New Hampshire are fully vaccinated. But in the 12 to 19-year-old age group, only 37% are fully vaccinated.
The lower vaccination rates are in our younger age groups, and that's partly, if not largely, why we're seeing an increasing percentage of cases occurring in that younger age group.
Dr. Chan will hold a conference call with schools on Wednesday. He'll again recommend they use multiple layers of prevention, especially to protect children under 12 who don't have an approved vaccine yet. That includes face masks, physical distancing, maximizing ventilation in classrooms, and keeping symptomatic students and staff home while tested. He says vaccination is still the top tool to control the spread.
The vast majority of hospitalizations that we're seeing are in unvaccinated individuals.
And Dr. Chan says since January, only about 3% of infections in the state are in fully vaccinated people, and those breakthrough cases have a low hospitalization rate. Live in the studio tonight, Jean Mackin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. New Hampshire agencies file proposal to resettle Afghan refugees with U.S. Department of State. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Whoa, this is big. The Powerball jackpot is so big you can see it from space. So big it's bursting at the seams. It's so big the jackpot hit the jackpot. Buy your tickets today online at nhlottery.com or in stores.
Important thing for us to do now is to figure out how we can work together to address those people who still need to be evacuated from Afghanistan.
During Tuesday's Senate Foreign Relations Committee hearing, Senator Jeanne Shaheen called on her congressional colleagues and Secretary of State Antony Blinken to provide a path forward for Americans still in Afghanistan and Afghan allies after U.S. troops were pulled out last month.
We're in constant contact with American citizens still in Afghanistan who've told us they wish to leave. We will continue to help Americans and Afghans to whom we have a special commitment depart Afghanistan if they choose.
New Hampshire is preparing to welcome refugees already evacuated.
We've agreed to take and receive 50 evacuees from Afghanistan.
Jeff Thielman is the president and CEO of the Manchester-based International Institute of New England, one of two New Hampshire agencies that have submitted proposals to the U.S. Department of State to resettle Afghan refugees.
We're all going to work together to provide people with the basic needs: food, clothing, shelter.
The agency will also work to help refugees with long-term needs, such as education and employment.
There's going to be people who have worked closely with the United States government. There'll be journalists in the mix. There will be people who work for non-governmental organizations.
And the other agency involved in this resettlement process is Accentria Care Alliance up in Concord. It has proposed resettling 100 Afghan refugees. Reporting live in Manchester tonight, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Two-time Paralympian gold medalist Morgan Stickney returns home to Manchester. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Whoa, this is big. The Powerball jackpot is so big you can see it from space. So big it's bursting at the seams. It's so big the jackpot hit the jackpot. Buy your tickets today online at NHLottery.com or in stores.
Manchester's newest golden girl arrived home in style Tuesday night. Family and friends, and of course some balloons, were ready and waiting to welcome Manchester's Morgan Stickney home and to get an up-close look at the precious medals she won in Tokyo this summer.
It was absolutely incredible. It was just so cool to be able to experience Japan and then to see some of the best athletes from all over the world. So it was just a really cool experience.
The 24-year-old won swimming gold at the Paralympics in Japan. She was part of the USA's 4x100 medley relay win, and she also won an individual gold in the 400-meter freestyle.
It was really, really special. I didn't know that I had won it right when I hit the wall, and so when I looked up, I was completely shocked that I did.
Injuries, chronic pain, and other complications in Morgan's feet led to her having both legs amputated below the knee just 3 years ago. With everything that Morgan has gone through, these gold medals mean just as much to her family as they do to her. Morgan's mom, Sherry, says she feels like she won gold too.
I really do. I really do. All her hard training and everything just really paid off.
To never give up, because anything's possible. And I think by going to Tokyo, for me, the biggest thing that I learned is no dream is too big. And so always dream big.
In Manchester, Jason King, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. New Hampshire school nurse survey reveals concern, frustration with guidance changes. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Whoa, this is big. The Powerball jackpot is so big you can see it from space. So big it's bursting at the seams. It's so big the jackpot hit the jackpot. Buy your tickets today online at NHLottery.com or in stores.
The School Nurses Association surveying its members to see how the start of the school year has been. Among nearly 200 responses, school nurses are getting a lot of flack from parents, getting called out on Facebook. We're being made to look like the bad guys because the state isn't coming down hard enough.
School nurses are starting to get discouraged. There was a point in time when school nurses were lauded as the heroes in the pandemic and they were going to lead the way out. And we've now deteriorating to the point that they're having many contentious conversations with parents.
Another nurse saying this year is more frustrating than last year. We have more positives and not all cases are showing up on the dashboard. We are not masked all of the time.
I sense a high level of anxiety amongst the nurses.
The guidance has changed from the state to local districts and school boards, setting policies that vary. About half in the survey without mask mandates, even though the state recommends them with the substantial transmission we're seeing.
They are going by the fact that last year we did not see transmission within the school setting.
She says that was without Delta and with masks and in-school close contact tracing not mandated now.
So that is raising the bar for this variant to take hold and to spread even further.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. 5 additional COVID-19 related deaths announced in New Hampshire as cases continue to rise. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Whoa, this is big. The Powerball jackpot is so big you can see it from space. So big it's bursting at the seams. It's so big the jackpot hit the jackpot. Buy your tickets today online at NHLottery.com or in stores.
Good evening, I'm Jamie Staten, in tonight for Tom Griffith.
And I'm Jean Mackin. New numbers just into our newsroom show more fluctuations in some key statistics. 141 people in the hospital with COVID-19. That is 13 fewer than yesterday. But there are 4 new deaths this week and a 5th death from June just confirmed to be COVID related. Active cases are up again to more than 3,500.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this morning news update right here on the Riley King Radio Network. Thank you for tuning in and listening to this morning news update. Have a great rest of your day, everyone, and see you back here later on today for another news update. Goodbye.